Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share and play.
Hello, it's Junk Journal January time, which is hosted by Meg's Journals, and here are all the prompts with today's prompt, Opaque. So today I'm using some envelopes that I've played about with. One I did a bit of moulding paste on, and the other one I put a serviette on. And they're just strips of the envelope, and so I thought I'd place them in my book as a pocket, as a double pocket. So I'm just lining up the top one and cutting that down so that then it will sit in the book. I'm using my guillotine to cut it properly. I'm kind of just holding it. I mean, it would probably be easier to measure, but it ended up working out, so that's all good. So now I'm sitting down the top one as a pocket, and it's going to be a nice side pocket. And then the bottom one is sort of like a side pocket, but it is going to be on the corner. So that's the top one. And it doesn't matter that it doesn't go all the way down the page. So I'm just using clips so that that glue dries nicely. And then, as you see, I'm doing the bottom as a corner, so just two sides. And across the bottom, and then I'll slip it on my page. So it was a fairly nice and easy one today, but it made me get out these pieces that I feel are very opaque and try, and all the work's being done on the pieces. And so then they do all the work for me, and then I can just have it nice and simple. So again, just clipping that down. That's my theory anyway. So the next thing was to find some things to put in my double pocket. So I'm using my little tab top punch that I got. I picked this up off Amazon and I quite like how it works. It's quite nice and easy. So I've punched the tabs, and now you just use this little doodad, and that helps you slice off the rest of the top up to the tab. And it gives you a little space when it punches. So voila, just rounding the corners with my scissors and inking around the edges. And then that sits nicely in the top there. Now I had this in my stash, and that was what made me think of doing some side tabs. And then on that one that we just did, I just inked across a little bit, sort of like a soft line, just to differentiate it from the top, and then pop some little labels on both of the tab toppers. So cool how it worked out. The other one that I had in my stash, those people were off the front of patterns, so, you know, it's a bit retro, just on some book page. And then I worked out that I just needed a little label on the front to finish it off. So I grabbed a few pieces, a little number label, and then a few other pieces. Little bit of, coffee dyed paper in the back, a couple of strips of fabric. I ran the top of that through the sewing machine, and then just to finish it off, and stuck it down onto the pocket. And that's today's page finished. So I feel like everything's nice and opaque. It's, you know, all giving you layers to see the next part. Just to finish off that little tab, I used the line stamp on the back, and then just added a little bit more of that on the front of that pocket just to differentiate it slightly. And yeah, voila, so easy today. Nice and quick. You know, one of those times where I just didn't feel like getting to the craft desk, and then once I got stuck in with the prompt, was all inspired, and off I went. And take care.
I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy.